Hello and welcome back to my live stream where I talk about whatever I want. My name's Chloe. This is the house of Chloe that I built in my parents' backyard. And we are reading the Bible every day this year. And we are in 2 Kings chapters 6 through 8 for today's reading. And that is about 1, 2, 3, 4-ish pages. A little less than 4. Alrighty. 2 Kings, chapter 6. The floating axe head. And the sons of the prophets said to Elisha, "See now, the place where we dwell with you is too small for us. Please let us go to the Jordan, and let every man take a beam from there, and let us make there a place where we may dwell." So he answered, "Go." Then one said, "Please consent to go with your servants." And he answered, "I will go." So he went with them, and when they came to the Jordan, they cut down trees. But as one was cutting down a tree, the iron axe head fell into the water, and he cried out and said, "Alas, master, for it was borrowed." So the man of God said, "Where did it fall?" And he showed him the place. So he cut off a stick and threw it in there, and he made the iron float. Therefore he said, "Pick it up for yourself." So he reached out his hand and took it. The blinded Syrians captured. Now the king of Syria was making war against Israel, and he consulted with his servants, saying, "My camp will be in such and such a place." And the man of God sent to the king of Israel, saying, "Beware that you do not pass this place, for the Syrians are coming down there." Then the king of Israel sent someone to the place of which the man of God had told him. Thus he warned him, and he was watchful there, not just once or twice. Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was greatly troubled by this thing, and he called his servants and said to them, "Will you not show me which of us is for the king of Israel?" And one of his servants said, "None, my lord, O king, but Elisha the prophet who is in Israel tells the king of Israel the words that you speak in your bedroom." So he said, "Go and see where he is, that I may send and get him." And it was told him, saying, "Surely he is in Dothan." Therefore he sent horses and chariots and great army there, and they came by night and surrounded the city. And when the servants of the man of God arose early and went out, there was an army surrounding the city with horses and chariots. And his servant said to him, "Also, my master, what shall we do?" "I'm from California." So he answered, "Do not fear, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them." And Elisha prayed and said, "Lord, I pray, open his eyes that he may see." Then the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. So when the Syrians came down to him, Elisha prayed to the Lord and said, "Strike this people, I pray, with blindness." And he struck them with blindness according to the word of Elisha. Now Elisha said to them, "This is not the way, nor is this the city. Follow me, and I will bring you to the man whom you seek." But he led them to Samaria. So it was when they had come to Samaria that Elisha said, "Lord, open the eyes of these men that they may see." And the Lord opened their eyes, and they saw, and there they were inside Samaria. What made you want to read the word? I've always needed to do this. I've always needed to read the Bible. Now when the king of Israel saw them, he said to Elisha, My father, shall I kill them? Shall I kill them? But he answered, You shall not kill them. Would you kill those who you have taken a captive with your sword and your bow? Set food and water before them, that they may eat and drink and go to their master. Then he prepared a great feast for them, and after they ate and drank, he sent them away, and they went to their master. So the bands of Syrian raiders came no more into the land of Israel. Love you, your hoodie. It's a sweater. Hi from Kentucky. Nice to see someone reading the good book. There's a lot of nonsense on YouTube nowadays, sadly. Why are you so pretty? I don't know. Syria besieges Samaria in famine. And it happened after this that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his army and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and indeed they besieged it until a donkey's head was sold for 80 shekels of silver, and 1/4 of a cad of dove droppings for 5 shekels of silver. Then, as the king of Israel was passing by on the wall, a woman cried out to him, saying, Help my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord does not help you, where can I find help for you? From the threshing floor or from the winepress? Then the king said to her, What is troubling you? And she answered, This woman said to him, Give your son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and ate him. Oh my freaking goodness. What? 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 Syria besieges Samaria in famine. And we're reading this again. And it happened after this that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his army and went up and besieged Samaria, and there was a great famine in Samaria. And indeed they besieged it until a donkey's head was sold for 80 shekels of silver, and 1/4 of cad of dove droppings for 5 shekels of silver. Then as the king of Israel was passing by on the wall, a woman cried out to him, saying, Help my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord does not help you, where can I find help for you? From the threshing floor, from the winepress? Then the king said to her, What is troubling you? And she answered, This woman said to me, Give your son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and ate him. And I said to her on the next day, Give your son, that we may eat him. But she has hidden her son. Now it happened, when the king heard the words of the woman, that he tore his clothes, and as he passed by on the wall, the people looked, and there underneath he had sackcloth on his body. Then he said, God, do so to me and more also, if the head of Elisha the son of Shaphan, Shaphath remains on him today. But Elisha was sitting in his house, and the elders were sitting with him, and the king sent a man ahead of him, but before the messenger came to him, he said to the elders, Do you see how this son of a murderer has sent someone to take away my head? Look, when the messenger comes, shut the door and hold him fast at the door. Is not the sound of his master's feet behind him? And while he was still talking with them, there was the messenger coming down to him. And then the king said, Surely this calamity is from the Lord. Why should I wait for the Lord any longer? Chapter 7. Then Elisha said, Hear the word of the Lord. Thus says the Lord, Tomorrow about this time a seah of fine flour shall be sold for a shekel, and 2 seahs of barley for a shekel at the gate of Samaria. So an officer on whose hand the king leaned answered the man of God and said, "Look, if the Lord would make windows in heaven, could this thing be?" And he said, "In fact, you shall see it with your eyes, but you shall not eat of it." The Samaritans flee. Now there were 4 leprous men at the entrance of the gate, and they said to one another, "Why are we sitting here until we die? If we say we will enter the city, the famine is in the city, and we shall die there. And if we sit here, we die also. Now therefore, come, let us surrender to the army of the Syrians. If they keep us alive, we shall live, and if they kill us, we shall only die." And they rose at twilight to go to the camp of the Syrians, and when they had come to the outskirts of the Syrians' camp, to their surprise no one was there, for the Lord had caused the army of the Syrians to hear the noise of chariots and the noise of horses, the noise of a great army. So they said to one another, "Look, the king of Israel has hired against us the kings of the Hittites and the kings of the Egyptians to attack us." Therefore they arose and fled at twilight and left the camp intact, their tents, their horses, and their donkeys, and they fled for their lives. And when these lepers came to the outskirts of the camp, they went into one tent and ate and drank and carried from it silver and gold and clothing, and went and hid them. Then they came back and entered another tent and carried some from there also, and went and hid it. Then they said to one another, "We are not doing right. This day is a day of good news, and we remain silent. If we wait until morning light, some punishment will come upon us. Now therefore come, let us go and tell the king's household." So they went and called to the gatekeepers of the city and told them, saying, "We went to the Syrian camp, and surprisingly no one was there, not a human sound, only horses and donkeys tied, and the tents intact." And the gatekeepers called out, and they told it to the king's household inside. So the king arose in the night and said to his servants, "Let me now tell you what the Syrians have done to us. They know that we are hungry, therefore they have gone out of the camp to hide themselves in the field, saying, 'When they come out of the city, we shall catch them alive and get into the city.'" And one of his servants answered and said, "Please let several men take 5 of the remaining horses which are left in the city. Look, they may either become like all the multitude of Israel that are left in it, or indeed I say they may become like all the multitude of Israel left from those who are consumed. So let us send them and see." Therefore they took 2 chariots with horses, and the king sent them in the direction of the Syrian army, saying, "Go and see." And they went after them to the Jordan, and indeed all the road was full of garments and weapons, which the Syrians had thrown away in their haste. So the messengers returned and told the king. Then the people went out and plundered the tents of the Syrians. So a sash of fine flour was sold for a shekel, and 2 sashes of barley for a shekel, according to the word of the Lord. Now the king had appointed the officer on whose hand he leaned to have charge of the gate, but the people trampled him in the gate, trampled him in the gate, and he died, just as the man of God had said, who spoke when the king came down to him. So it happened just as the man of God had spoken to the king, saying, two sashes, saws, shaws, 2 shawls of barley for a shekel, and a shaw of fine flour for a shekel shall be sold tomorrow about this time in the gate of Samaria. Then that officer had answered the man of God and said, Now look, if the Lord would make windows in heaven, could such a thing be? And he had said, In fact, you shall see it with your eyes, but you shall not eat of it. And so it happened to him, for the people trampled him in the gate, and he died. Hi. Alrighty. Chapter 8. The king restores the Shunammite's land. Then Elisha spoke to the woman whose son he had restored to life, saying, Arise and go, you and your household, and stay wherever you can, for the Lord has called for a famine, and furthermore, it will come upon the land for 7 years. So the woman arose and did according to the saying of the man of God, and she went with her household and dwelt in the land of the Philistines 7 years. It came to pass at the end of 7 years that the woman returned from the land of the Philistines, and she went to make an appeal to the king of her house and for her land. Then the king talked with Gehazi, the servant of the man of God, saying, Tell me, please, all the great things Elisha has done. Now it happened as he was telling the king how he had restored the dead to life, that there was the woman whose son he had restored to life, appealing to the king for her house and for her land. And Gehazi said, My lord, O king, this is the woman, and this is her son whom Elisha restored to life. And when the king asked the woman, she told him. So the king appointed a certain officer for her, saying, Restore all that was hers and all the proceeds of the field from the day that she left the land until now. I don't know. Death of Ben-Hadad. Then Elisha went to Damascus, and Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, was sick, and it was told him, saying, The man of God has come here. And the king said to Hazael, Take a present in your hand and go to meet the man of God and inquire of the Lord by him, saying, Shall I recover from this disease? So Hazael went to meet him and took a present with him of every good thing of Damascus, 40 camel loads. And he came and stood before him and said, Your son Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, has sent me to you, saying, Shall I recover from this disease? And Elisha said to him, Go, say to him, You shall certainly recover. However, the Lord has shown me that he will really die. Then he set his countenance in a stare until he was ashamed. And the man of God wept. And Hazael said, Why is my Lord weeping? He answered, Because I know the evil that you will do to the children of Israel. Their strongholds you will set on fire, and their young men you will kill with the sword, and you will dash their children and rip open their women with child. So, well, that is a lot of trauma in that one verse. Wow. Wow. Okay. So Hazael said, "But what is your servant, a dog, that he should do this gross thing?" And Elisha answered, "The Lord has shown me that you will become king over Syria." Then he departed from Elisha and came to his master, who said to him, "What did Elisha say to you?" And he answered, "He told me you would surely recover." But it happened on the next day that he took a thick cloth and dipped it in water and spread it open his face over his face so that he died, and Hazael reigned in his place. Jehoram reigns in Judah. Sure, we can be friends. Now in the 5th year of Jehoram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, Jehoshaphat, having been king of Judah, Jehoram, the son of Jehoshaphat, began to reign as king of Judah. He was 32 years old when he became king, and he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem. And he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, just as the house of Ahab had done. For the daughter of Ahab was his wife, and he did evil in the sight of the Lord. Yet the Lord would not destroy Judah for the sake of his servant David, as he promised him to give a lamp to him and his sons forever. In his days, Edom revolted against Judah's authority and made a king over themselves. So Joram went to Zair and all his chariots with him. Then he rose by night and attacked the Edomites who had surrounded him, and the captains of the chariots and the troops fled to their tents. Thus Edom has been in revolt against Judah's authority to this day, and Libnah revolted at that time. Now the rest of the acts of Joram and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? So Joram rested with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of David. Then Ahaziah, his son, reigned in his place. Ahaziah reigns in Judah. In the 12th year of Joram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, began to reign. Ahaziah was 22 years old when he became king, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Athaliah, the granddaughter of Omri. Athaliah. That's a pretty name. A baby name is my new baby name is Athaliah, the granddaughter of Omri, king of Israel, and he walked in the way of the house of Ahab and did evil in the sight of the Lord, like the house of Ahab, for he was the son-in-law of the house of Ahab. Now he went with Joram, the son of Ahab, to war against Hazael, king of Syria, at Ramoth Gilead, and the Syrians wounded Joram. Then King Joram went back to Jezreel to recover from the wounds which the Syrians had inflicted on him at Ramah when he fought against Hazael, king of Syria, and Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, went down to see Joram, the son of Ahab, in Jezreel because he was sick. We're going to have to write that one down. We're done reading, by the way. Okay, we're going to write down this name. Athaliah. A-A-T-H-A-L-I-A-H. Athaliah. That's a cute name. That's cute. It's cute, 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 cute. We found a baby name. Okay, we're going to cross out today's reading, which is really the 23rd's reading. We have to go outside and see the smiley face in the sky. So we're going to do that right now. Should we go out back or out front? Me too, glad to be still kicking. You're alive, still hanging around. I hope you are well. God bless you. Howdy, Calvin. Ahoy, Robert. Ahoy. What's my Snapchat? It's CloMonster92. Do you want to be friends? Yes, let's be friends. Okay, we're going outside to look for the smiley face in the sky. Nobody knows about that tonight? On April 25th, there's a smiley face in the sky. Let's go. Wait. Let me get my flashlight just in case. Where's my flashlight? Oh, there it is. Okay, turn off this light. Okay, we're gonna look for it. We're gonna look. Wait, I need my glasses. Oh, I need my glasses to see it. Cannot see that far away without my glasses. Okay. Too much cloud here, cover here. Can't see it. Oh no. I think it's a clear sky tonight. We'll have to see. Oh no, there's clouds. And it's really bright out here. Why is it so? It's 11:24. Oh no. There's too many clouds. It's really bright out here. Why is it so bright? Too many clouds. Oh no. Figures. That's not good. I want to see the smiley face in the cloud, in the sky. It's raining too. It's starting to rain. It's pretty bright. Okay. We are going back inside. Can't see it. Can't even see it. I don't even know where it would be. Oh no. Okay, we're going back inside. We'll have to wait for the pictures, yeah. Yeah, probably. It's cloudy in Los Angeles area. Oh no. Calvin! I'm going back to sit down and to talk. Okay. for sticking with me. How are you guys doing? Tell me about your life stories. I don't think I would be that good of a therapist. I don't remember a lot of stuff. I forget a lot. My therapist is so good about telling me about my own life. I'm like, I don't even remember that. It's been a while since I had Jack in the Box tacos. We had a burrito earlier. We did a stream of me eating almost half a burrito, like 1/3 of a burrito earlier today. And then I did a short about me dancing, like not being able to go out to dance because it's too expensive. And also I did a facial, a Monet facial on a short that got pretty good views, like 2,000, so that's pretty cool. Did my Revolution for Medicaid and food card. Did my re-evaluation for Medicaid and food card. Good. That's good. I live in a new ranch at Hammett, California. I have 2 horses and a Yorkie. Oh, that's so cute. Can't even see your picture, Jose. I saw it. I hope it went well, Robert. I have Medi-Cal. I have Medi-Cal too. Hope it went well too. Calvin, are you gonna join us? You gonna join us? You see his little ears. Hi, baby. I have a cat, I promise. He's just not in the screen. I live in a ranch at Hammett, California. I have 2 horses in New York. A whole lot of roosters. There's Calvin. Roosters. And the other short I did, for some reason I can't leave comments on shorts, but I hit the like button. Thank you. That's very polite of you. I think my hair is like slowly, my blonde hair is like fading, and it's starting to look like almost the same color as my roots. I think the blonde is like slowly leaving my hair. Hammett is where the Diamond Valley Reservoir is located. Like and subscribe, hit the join button. I did these 2 very emo, depressing posts on Instagram. I said donating plasma in the hopes that it will kill me someday. And then I said driving Uber in the hopes that it will kill me someday. But it's more like that'll probably work, those two things, until I die. Because those 2 things are, you deleted Instagram. Those 2 things are like things that you can do forever. Oh, Chloe, don't say that. It's something you can do while you're like retired and everything. And so eventually it'll kill me because I'll just die naturally. That's what I meant. Because I'm a little scared of car accidents. You look beautiful in short hair. What made you want to cut it short? I thought I would look beautiful, so I cut it short. No, I don't know. I just did it one night. I was like, I'm sick of all this hair. I'm sick of all this hair. So I just like took it. I was like, well, we will all die eventually. That's true. Did you know that we're all gonna die? It's kind of sad. I mean, it's not sad because what is after death is hopefully better. I still need to cut mine to laugh out loud. Yeah, Robert, your hair is getting long. You know I'm addicted to Diet Coke. Now I drink 2 cups of water for every cup of Diet Coke. That means you pee a lot. I pee so much. Hello, Pamela D. Leon. If we are going to die, what is the point of doing so much in life if it will end so quickly? It's kind of cool to make a name for yourself, and then other people will know you for it. I think that's kind of cool. How are you today? I'm okay. I still haven't taken my medication. Something I should probably do right now. I take medication every night around 10. Thanks for reminding me about asking me how I'm doing today. 1 second. I will be right back. That's a big burp. That's some med bottle. I'm gonna try to find my pills. Where are they? Oh, I have too much stuff. This in my mouth. Turn it off. And done. What type of meds? Take your meds. That name will fade as soon as you are gone. Think about this. Do you ever think of your great-grandfather? I do, actually. Okay, what types of meds do I have? I have Zyprexa. I have hydroxyzine. Zyprexa is for antipsychotic. Hydroxyzine is for anxiety. And I also take O-pill. I told you I got off birth control, but I'm still taking the over-the-counter O-pill, just to control like impulses and mood and doing something stupid. But that's helpful to like regulate my emotions and stuff. I think I don't want to be controlled by my body. It's like guys in circumcision, like makes them controlled by their body if they don't do it, and if they do it, then they're a little bit better. Sugar. Good for you. But I was gonna say I am doing a new thing where Calvin gets down, where I take my sleep gummies and I eat them. Then I stream. Yeah, these gummies are expensive, but I stream. They're like $1 a day. There's 90, so that's okay. I'm not gonna do math right now, but they're less than $1 a day. So I'll get off of here because we did our Bible time and everything. We did our talk time, and now I'm going to stream until I fall asleep. I won't do this every night because I have people to talk to, things to do, whatever. But when I can, I will. So meet me on that stream. I'll see you there. Bye.